My name is Maria Castellanos. I am a pediatric hematologist oncologist and assistant professor in the Division of Pediatric Oncology. I actually work on both campuses in Oakland and in Mission Bay, where I take care of children with cancer and also with blood disorders. Aside from my clinical roles, I also have a research interest in addressing pediatric cancer health disparities. What excites me the most is in my clinical role, really getting to, number one, just do my passion of treating children with life-threatening diseases and to really help also navigate families through very difficult times. Getting to see the spectrum of the patients that we take care of, particularly taking care of patients who come from marginalized communities in particular, is where I have a soft spot for. Essentially, as a Latina physician, knowing and understanding the perspectives of what the barriers to care are, language barriers, and being able to deliver that cultural and language concordant care to a significant subset of our patients is really what gets me excited to come to work every day. Aside from my clinical role, I have a research interest in pediatric cancer health disparities. And among that topic is really learning about the geospatial causes of disparities. And what I mean by that is how, depending on where a patient lives, how that impacts their access to subspecialized care, such as cancer treatment. And so with that interest, I'm actually trying to collaborate with folks obviously internally to UCSF and also external. In particularly, I'm interested in evaluating whether there are disparities in access to care for patients who come from the Central Valley region of California. And the reason why I have an interest in that population is because in that area, there is just a higher concentration of poverty, of families who are medically uninsured or underinsured. And then there's really a desert of pediatric cancer care around that region. And then it's just the traveling distance that families have to get medical care. I'm trying to collaborate with faculty who actually live down there in the Central Valley and take care of these children. Because ultimately, what we're all trying to do is, even though in oncology, pediatric oncology in particular, we've made really big strides in improving the outcomes for many types of cancers, unfortunately, we see over and over again that patients that come from marginalized communities or from ethnic minority backgrounds, they don't have that same great outcome. And so we're still trying to understand fully why is it that always that we see, in particularly for Black children and Latinx children, why is it that they don't have as great outcomes compared to their white counterparts? The goal of these collaborations is to, again, just trying to describe the problem, and then in hopes that someday to develop mitigation measures to hopefully be able to intervene on these barriers that they're having and to hopefully just make the outcomes better for everyone. I also, aside from within my clinical role, just being able to work with trainees, so either fellows, residents, medical students, getting to teach them every day is really a truly blessing to be able to continue to share that knowledge. It gets me really excited about the field, seeing other people who are genuinely interested in the field and coming into it as well. I feel humbled really that I was even chosen for this award. It's such an honor to have been chosen among a stellar streak of colleagues who have and share similar either experiences or similar goals, and having an interest obviously in increasing inclusivity, diversity, and equity within not just within UCSF, but really just thinking about that link to how our work can impact care for patients of all backgrounds. To me, it also signals just a wonderful opportunity to feel supported in a career development way that otherwise might be more difficult for me to attain. Being chosen because people genuinely believed in me as a person, I think that's what's also very humbling about this award.